Recording on another one? Maybe we're live?
Live.
Everybody can hear good?
Hi, everybody.
She needs to get a little closer. Sorry.
Hello.
Or turn hers up.
You guys can't hear me?
Damn, Shereen, this isn't your first
Think you're
rodeo.
Yeah, we're good. I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
It's my first time.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Thicc Boy Mafia. This is our episode 7?
I lost count.
I lost count.
7?
No, I wasn't. Why did you do that to me?
We got a special guest today, Mr.
Under 10.
Corona, Miguel Corona. He is a teacher. He's a coach. He is a lot of things. A minister, a good-looking person, a model for Vogue.
Yeah. Perfect for thick boys too, right?
Perfect for Thicc Boy. Yeah. We got to get some.
It's all inclusive now?
Yeah.
Cool.
You gotta be thick.
Yeah, Miguel, tell us a little bit about yourself, dude.
Yeah. So you gave me a pretty good introduction. I am a teacher. This is my third year being an English teacher. I'm actually a teacher at Duncan Poly High School. I teach 10th graders, ELA. But
ELA? What is ELA?
ELA, English Language Arts.
Arts?
English, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, teach
I was
the
trying to
arts.
figure it out.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
ELA. You guys don't know
I was
ELA?
like,
No, we don't know
I thought
ELA,
you were saying
dude.
East LA. I'm like, wait,
East
what?
LA.
What's the other one? The
ELD, that's what I was
ESL?
ELD?
That's what I was thinking.
ELS.
Yeah, that's English second language,
Yeah, it's a
right?
second
Okay.
language.
Oh, okay. ELS?
So what's the difference?
Well,
One you know English,
Well,
one
that-
you don't?
I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys have kids.
I
I
don't.
don't know what your first language is. But if it's not English and you sign up your kid to school, to district, they're going to give you some forms, some questionnaires to fill out. And one of those questions that they ask you is whether your child speaks another language that's not English before they learned English, right? And if you click yes, right, my daughter, my son, whoever it is, learn how to speak another language that's not English first, they automatically put that kid into the ELD program. Just with that question,
Yeah.
putting yes,
Mhm.
automatically. Without any test, without anything else, they automatically put that kid in the ELD.
And that's their whole high school.
For their whole life.
That's crazy, yeah.
They get tested, and if they don't pass, they stay.
Oh,
in
so
it
you
forever.
could test. You could test out of it.
Yeah, you can test out of it, but it's multiple tests. So currently, my students are going to be able to get out of that program, ELD program, through some tests. It's called iReady. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's like a new diagnostic that high schools
We have been in
use.
school. And
Yeah, so I know
been
you
a
guys
decade.
know.
it's been more than a decade since we've been in school.
Yeah. So the LPAC, that it passed like the LPAC, iReady diagnostic, and basically be passing their content classes. And that's how you can get out of it nowadays. But yeah, that's how they determine an ELD student.
Why did you choose English? Why that subject?
Yeah, so when I was in college, I went to Fresno State. And when I signed up, when I sent my applications, I went into it as a computer engineering major. Computer engineering, computer science, one of those two. Had to do with computers. And as I went to my first computer engineering class, I sat down and I looked up. I was just kind of reflecting on everything I was saying, and I was like, I don't know if I want to be working with computers my whole life, sitting down in an office probably, or maybe even a place like this where it's just very limited, confined space, right? And so I thought about all my different options, and I think before I chose English, I chose teaching. And I just thought about the different impacts I can make with different amounts of people, different aged individuals. But once I chose teaching, it was the major I had to choose from was either math or English. It was one of those two. Now I kind of regret it. I kind of wish I did history.
History?
Yeah, I love history. But the one thing that separated me from choosing math or English was the fact that I was tired of math. I thought to myself, I was like, if I go into math, I have to take a whole bunch of calculus classes that are super hard, and just to be a math major, nah, I don't think so. So I went with English, and the main reason besides this one is I was an ELD student myself, and I know that as an ELD student, I never received as much support as I wish I did, especially growing up when I was, in high school. They never reached out to my parents like, oh, college night, college. Like, my parents don't know anything. There wasn't someone that spoke Spanish that reached out to them and said, hey, your child has scholarship night today. Like, come over here and celebrate with us. Or you can apply to FAFSA, right? This is FAFSA. Your child can go to college, get some type of help for their tuition. None of that. So I think to myself, and to this day, as an English teacher, I can help out, especially those ELD students, to receive help, support, and to give exposure to that type of resources that are out there for them that usually they're very neglected in a sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know about that stuff like FAFSA. That was all new. That was a stressful
I learned
time.
because of my brother. He did it first.
Oh yeah, you got lucky. No, I was the first one. You had sisters? Did they go to college?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I'm the black sheep of
So
the
you're
family.
just the.
Oh, you didn't go to college?
I did for a little bit. I just did not complete.
I'm not good at sitting down and listening or doing work.
Yeah, I was thinking about school and how like I never really read a book. Like it was all like Spark Notes and like the movies. Because he's asked me, "Did you ever read Lord of the Flies?" I was like, "I think it was just Spark Notes and."
Spark Notes.
See, I loved reading.
The conch.
You did?
I loved reading.
Yeah.
I just wasn't a
that's
good
the
test taker.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I was a good test taker. I could BS myself through a test.
What's the name of the little fat kid that they killed?
Piggy?
Yeah,
Piggy.
Or beat up, or I don't know if they killed
Yeah,
him.
killed them.
I like how that's the part you
Spoiler alert.
remember.
Spoiler for all you
kid
16
died.
All
year
the high
olds.
schoolers.
Yeah, I just spoiled the book for all the 16-year-olds listening to this. So you just wanted to be the person that you didn't have, or the person you wanted.
Kind of, yeah. And now on that topic of like FAFSA and all of that, right? There was one incident where I don't know if you guys ever heard of Avid. You guys ever part of Avid?
I've heard of it, but I don't even know.
I
what
believe
that
my
is.
sister was.
Yeah, so I
Were
was
you?
part.
I think it's because of my sister.
Yeah, so I was part of an Avid class, and for that class, they helped us like sign up for FAFSA, register for FAFSA, and all of that. And that was the moment where I realized that my background as an immigrant mattered. Because you need a social security number to apply for FAFSA.
No.
So that's when I realized, like, I don't have a social security number.
Oh, damn.
I don't think I'm going to be able to apply.
Uh-huh.
And so, first off, I was embarrassed, man. Like, I was embarrassed because everyone was doing it, and I'm just sitting there kind of like clicking through. I'm like, I can't, there's no point in filling this out. And so I kind of had to fill myself with some courage because I need help. You know, I need monetary support. My parents are not going to be able to support me in that way. So after school, I remember going to my Avid teacher's classroom, and that's where I kind of confessed to her, like, hey, I'm an immigrant. I don't have a social security number. I don't think I can apply for FAFSA. So thankfully, I confessed to her because she was able to help me out, talk to the counselors, and they found something called the DREAM Act. And I think it still exists today, but that's specific monetary help for immigrants that do not have a social security number.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and so with that, I was able to go through college and all of that. They don't help you as much as they do with FAFSA, but it was enough to pay for tuition and for my books as well. And so, thankfully that teacher helped me out. And, I'm pretty sure there's students out there that might be in the same situation.
Yeah, because without social media, like I wouldn't have known about, the DREAM Act, right?
Yeah.
So if you complete it in a certain amount of years, they help you get your legal resident card, or they give you like a permit, or how does that work?
No, so that's not the DREAM Act. The DREAM Act is just like for university students that don't have social security, and they help them out with monetary support.
That's the other one.
But
DACA.
the other one is DACA. It's called DACA, Deferred Action. That's the program I'm currently in, and thanks to that program that Obama signed, which is now found unlawful. I don't know if you guys heard what's going on with it. It was sent to court.
Reagan just gave them to people.
Yeah, right.
For working on a farm for a year. Come on, like this, like
immigration reform. Yeah,
like this guy who's been doing it for going to school for 4 years,
Right.
bettering his life. Why wouldn't you give it to him?
Yeah, it's a hot topic right now. Very, very hot topic.
So stupid.
But it's at the core right now. It was found unlawful, but they did not remove the program, thankfully. Not yet, at least. But they did take away first-time appliers. First-time applicants cannot apply. So thankfully, I'm still able to renew right now currently. But with this program, which was signed by not really signed, it was a memo. That's the whole controversy behind it. He just sent out a paper saying we're doing this for immigrants. We're giving them this opportunity to apply for a social security number and a 2-year permit that allows you to work lawfully here.
I have a buddy that did it.
Yeah. And
so if that program goes away, like you can't work?
Not legally.
Damn.
Yeah, but once you're in, it's like kind of hard to get you out.
Well,
like if somebody could just like one of the presidents or like the Congress could just say no more, and then you're out of work.
Yeah.
Damn.
Currently, so right now I still have about 5.5 months left with mine. I just called my lawyer this past week to start that process up. But thanks to this program, man, I mean, I'm very thankful. With DACA, I'm able to work and follow that American dream that a lot of people aren't able to do.
So on that DACA act, are you allowed to like leave the country, or do you have to stay here?
I'm not able to. Well, I'm able to go. I just can't come back. I'm able to go, can't come back. But there is something called advanced parole, where you're able to apply for that, but you have to have like a specific reason why you're leaving the country.
Oh, dang.
Whether it's for humanitarian reasons, one of your family members is dying and you have to like go visit, for work purposes. But that doesn't guarantee you the fact that you can come back in. It doesn't.
Dang,
it's up to the person that's at that checkpoint. I can look at you and be like, you know what?
What do we do about that, man?
He's like, today's not it, dog.
Yeah, dude. My wife made me mad today, bro, and I'm taking it out on you today.
Dang,
My bad,
He's
like, you're bringing in too many Mexican chocolates. Nah, not today.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Too many Duvalines, right? You can't go through.
I just ate those chocolate covered mazapans.
Those are pretty good.
So they brought them from, because the ones from here suck, but the ones from Mexico taste better. My brother brought them, and
What's your knowledge about Mexican candy?
I'm just listening. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I ate like a whole box. I was just eating them, dude.
Mazapan is like a peanut butter cookie.
It's like powdered peanut
literally
mixed with
powdered
sugar.
Peanut. Yeah, and if you touch it, it just falls apart.
There's like memes where it's like
I just good. I don't know peanuts.
There's like memes where it's like I'll treat your heart like a mazapan.
If I could do,
and I won't break it or something.
Right,
it's really funny.
If you could take it out of the wrapper without breaking it, they're like, oh, if I could
like
do this with a mazapan,
dude,
then imagine what I could do with your heart. Take care of it, right? But
they're all lying. Liars, all of you.
But the chocolate covered ones are like especially good because they stay together, right? That's like
it does it for you.
It does it for you.
But see, the American ones, they're like overcoated with chocolate, which kind of like messes with the balance. The Mexican ones, perfect.
Gotta get Shireen some mazapans.
Well, my mom's coming. My mom just left.
I know somebody who's about to go to Mexico soon.
So I'm gonna have her bring me a few boxes.
What do we do about immigration, man? Because like we have people that literally like don't know anything about Mexico. Like some people that don't even know how to speak Spanish, and like
how old were you?
You say that from over there. What is the right answer? Because on one hand, right immigration is wrong, but then I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is.
Well, immigration isn't wrong. Illegal immigration is wrong, right?
Specifically
speaking, because there's legal ways that people do it, right? Visas.
Right.
The problem is that they overstay them, right? But I don't think there's a 100% correct answer on how to fix this problem, because you did mention, right? There's people that have programs like these, like myself, right? That don't know life out there. What job can I get out there?
Right.
Will my diploma work over there? Right, et cetera, et cetera. Does my wife want to go out there with me? Right, stuff like that, man. But there's about 600,000 people with DACA currently.
That's a lot.
Around there, 600,000 to 800,000, almost a million, right? Half to a million.
So if that program goes away,
so if that program is cut, right? I believe from what I've read, the Texan judges, because all of this problem is happening in Texas, that they want to end it.
Is that what it is?
Yes, Texas and some other states. It's like Texas, some states, versus the U.S. Like there's like a whole bunch of people that are okay with it, but Texas and those other conservative states are not okay with that.
That would make
Yeah,
sense.
it makes sense, you know. But the whole reason they're trying to, you know, get rid of this program is because they think it's unlawful and all that stuff. But what's going on in the courts right now, the judge is offering a 2-year kind of not really an expansion, but they're basically saying we want to end it cold cut, but give these people 2 years to find a way to survive. Whether it's to start a business here with an ITIN number, whether it's to find a place in Mexico to go live. Whatever it is, we're going to give you guys 2 years
Like a
before
little
we
head
start
start.
deporting
I mean,
you.
2
Yeah.
years really isn't bad because I know people that have flown out of the
Yeah.
country that are here and they're only given 2 months
Mhm.
to figure it out.
Yeah,
So in
definitely.
2 years, if you can't kind of figure out a way to survive,
I know people that have gotten picked up and they get
then
dumped
there's
the next
something
week.
wrong with that scenario. Yeah, because they literally, like people that I know that live in Europe that are here on a visa,
Yeah.
their visa's expiring this
Yeah.
year. They told them if you can't renew it, you're gone in 2 months.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. You can't work
Yeah.
anymore. So I don't know. 2 months, 2 years. I don't
Yeah, but
understand
I
where these
mean, when
rules
you
come
have
from.
when you have your visa though, it's like, you know, it's expiring. You know how much time you have, right? Since you
had
got
planned
the
for it,
visa,
right?
and now it's kind of like they're giving us a few months notice that you're gonna have 2 years, and I'm trying to get my second master's. I'm trying to have a family here, and they're just like cut. Right? Someone that has a visa, you know why you're here. But someone like me, personally speaking, you know, I'm living my life here. You know what I mean? I've tried living my life out here, and just to have a program like that just end, it can be pretty devastating. You know, every single day. You know.
Curious though, how long does it take to become like a U.S. citizen?
That
Like
was
you've
my
lived
next-
here
that was
how
my
long
next.
since you're young, right?
Well, my situation is a little different.
Okay.
So it because of my situation, I can't fix my status as easily as others. So I can't right now. Just
Why?
to leave
Why
it
is
at
that? Is that? Oh, just.
I'd rather not say it. You know what I mean? I don't want this to be used against me.
Yeah.
You know, one day you never know.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, right now it's very difficult for me.
I think the average is 38 months.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not
it can be 2
Yeah.
years. For
Yeah.
some people, it's 2 years,
Yeah,
man. If
yeah.
they get married, their wife.
But once they start like doing your fingerprints and stuff like that, you're already at the level where like you're most likely gonna get them. They just need to sign off on it.
Yeah. So, but So, what is the average time? Like, not use personally.
Specifically,
Yeah.
it just depends on every situation. It's a case by case basis. So like you said, well, people go get their fingerprints done, but sometimes you have to go get interviewed. You have to leave the country, right? Go to like the Mexican consulate. Once they're there, and if you don't do so good in that interview, you can't come back in.
And sometimes
So they'll leave you out there.
They'll throw you like technically kind of like a probation. They'll be like, you need to go to Mexico for 3 years, and they're like, and then we'll let you.
Yeah.
And you can't come here.
That's if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the most commonly used one is 10 years.
Yeah,
10-year
10
ban.
years.
I know someone who did that, and they came back. They waited the 10 years.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yep, kids.
Well, my wife's
Crazy.
father got deported, like 12 years now or 11 years now, but
Wow.
he had to do the 10 year, and then her mom went like 10 years ago, like in November.
But they're back now?
No, they're still there.
They're
No,
still there?
No, yeah, it's still there.
You think you can
now,
do it?
now you could start applying. So you have to wait the 10 years and then you
And
start
then you
applying.
apply.
And then you apply.
Whoa,
Yeah.
You
that's
think you could do
crazy.
it if it pushed?
What do you mean?
Like, let's say scenario wise, like if your wife had to go to Mexico for 10 years, would you move over there with her?
Yeah.
He
I think
knows
so.
better. He knows. I'm listening, first of all.
Off cameras, he'll give you another
Yeah.
answer.
Otherwise, you're also making your own. dinner
I'll turn
tonight.
Muslim and get another wife here.
It's like, hey, friend,
Get
she's
another
finally
two wives
gone.
Oh my God, it's not how it works. Okay.
What, turn Muslim?
I don't know. I'm just.
I
Talking.
don't know.
Go to Utah. You have a better chance.
I want to retire in Mexico. Like, but see, I have the luxury of like living here my whole life, you know.
No,
and then,
no.
not yeah, but no, that it would be hard. It
Oh
would
my
be
God, I
hard
hit
to.
you on camera. You consented. He's fine. I realize
So
that.
how old were you when you came to the country? Or you can't say. It's cool if you don't.
It's already on record, man. I can give some insight. So I came here when I was little.
Oh, so you know
like
nothing.
I was
Yeah.
not conscious. Like
Damn, dude. That's,
like,
see, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, this is
'cause-
all you know. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, you're like pretty much American.
Yeah,
without
like
the
I said,
number.
I didn't know it mattered until I had to
Until you
apply for
start- that's
FAFSA.
crazy,
senior
yeah.
in high
Well, I
school,
think most people,
2014.
right? Well, if you're like grew up here, like you don't really
that,
realize
that
it.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to you until it matters.
Mhm.
You know, so it's tough. It's tough, but brighter sides, man. I gotta be faithful and hope everything's okay. That's why I'm continuing to live my life the best I can. Keep striving for more and more, no matter what. And yeah,
What are your future plans?
my future plans in general.
School.
Or-
I think school wise,
Yeah,
and then
so-
career
He's
wise.
like, homie, getting this visa. What are you
No, I
talking
know.
about?
This green card, bro.
Like,
Come on,
time.
please.
I'll color one here. I'll cut one out for you right now. Just like goodbye, Fabian.
So my future plans currently, I'm almost done. I'm almost done getting my second master's. My first one was in education, and then the second one is in communications. And I just started my last semester. I'm doing all of this online. I just started 2 more classes, man. Taking
got
right now
this.
currently. I got
Jeez.
this.
That's good.
I'm almost there.
So all those like master degrees and stuff like that makes you look even better, right? Like when you're applying and
Yeah,
stuff.
it doesn't really matter to them, honestly.
That's
Yeah, it
fucking
doesn't
sucks,
matter.
dude.
You're here legally, that's all that matters.
Right, yeah.
You know? But yeah, future plans, I want to use that communications major to teach a communication class to high school seniors. They offer, I know, like it's called dual enrollment.
Mhm.
So Fresno City comes in, usually a professor from Fresno City is hired and teaches a communications class to those high school seniors.
Oh.
And the whole semester is a college class, and
They
I
get-
want to be that guy.
They get units like college.
Yeah, they get
units.
college units and their high school units. I think they get like total of 10 units. So it's pretty good. And instead of having a Fresno City professor come in, I want to come in and do that, and then kind of get my feet wet with that and start applying for Fresno City.
Oh, nice.
And
Or Fresno
be
State.
a professor at Fresno State later on. Yeah, for sure. That's my future plan. Also with coaching, man. This is my second year coaching at McLean High School. Go McLean! Congratulations to McLean, right? Winning that
they're all right.
Valley champs,
All right.
Division III Valley champs.
You have
Hey,
Wheatley and who? Where did
and then
you go?
state
Huh?
runner.
Where did you go? High
I
school?
went to Fresno High. Yeah,
He's a
Fresno
degenerate.
High.
He's
Fresno High lost first round Valley. So
I don't know.
It's cool.
I don't
it's
follow
cool.
it.
Yeah.
What
Wait, did
sport do you coach?
Soccer.
Oh,
Indoor.
nice.
I played
Did
indoor.
you just did indoor?
I love indoor.
Yeah, I'm a soccer coach, second year at McLean, but I have the freshman team.
Oh,
The freshman
fun.
team. So it's varsity,
Fun.
JV, and then frosh.
I have
So-
a buddy that coaches like a traveling team,
Uh,
and they pay him. Pretty
That's
well.
legit, man.
they pay
That's
him pretty-
legit stuff right there.
They pay
Where
well.
is this friend? Where does he coach? Here?
No, I'm not gonna say. Here in Fresno.
Oh my
But
God.
I know he's taken not the first time that he's taken a team that's like second and last place or something and gets them up to like
That's
second
good.
or first.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, he's a really good coach.
So when you say traveling team, like they through the valley or like out of state?
Sometimes they're like in Nevada.
Really?
Out of
Yeah.
state, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
used
He took like a bunch of kids that were like low income, and he was crushing it with them. Like he
Those are
had
the
them-
best players, man. Those are the best players.
because they're
Slave labor, is that what we're
You
talking
see
about?
Brazil, man?
because they're hungry, but they're also literally hungry.
Yeah.
No,
Now
they-
I feel bad.
no, but now like these teams are like the parents like
Yeah.
they pay him every month and he goes and coaches.
Oh, there's
and-
money. I didn't even know
That's
there was money
really
in that.
Mhm.
Oh, bro, yeah, good
Yeah.
coaches are especially small kids.
Good coaches. Oh, I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
small
No.
kids because you got to deal with small kids. Dude.
Yeah,
And-
I don't mind small kids.
yeah. Oh,
I
he's
coached
also
little kids.
actually he's also in the
I coached a
he's
little
also in the
kid.
DACA program actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
also
In the what?
You might know
The
him
DACA
actually.
program.
Yeah, because he's
Oh,
a
okay.
soccer coach. Maybe you might know him. Who
Nice.
knows?
One of the
Yeah.
600,000.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotta meet him up.
yeah. He's a cool guy.
Networking.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the invitation.
Hey,
Got what I wanted.
my buddy who goes to McLean takes his job as a coach.
Hey,
twist, it was for
I'm ready to
Phoenix
learn,
friends'
man.
benefit.
When I first started coaching, man, when I reached out, I reached out to Hoover High,
Oh, okay.
and then I was working with them, but then they never called back. And so McLean called me. They're like, hey, we have a position open. You want to take it? Right on, man, I'll take it. But, I was willing to do it for free, to volunteer.
Oh.
Because they actually pay high school coaches. Not much, but they give them a stipend at the end of the season. But I was willing to do it for free. I just wanted to learn. I just wanted to get out there and do it.
No, man, know your worth. Take that
Am I
money.
worth? Yeah.
Take that money.
Yeah. But yeah.
We.
We're fine.
No, use that.
Don't be scared. Security's around
It
somewhere.
was the man bun.
You were saying something before coaching. You did soccer?
Yeah,
You did
so
traveling
yeah,
to
they were talking
graduate
about
school.
traveling. I didn't travel, but I did join a team in when I used to live in Nevada in Las Vegas. And I remember me and my dad were just at a park playing, chilling, having fun, playing soccer. And some guy just comes up. He was like, "Hey, we need a goalie. You guys think you guys can train up and be a goalie?" And I was like, "I'm down."
So wait, you were the goalie?
Yeah, I was.
Man,
the
they
goalie.
must have loved you, dude. Because goalies are hard to find.
Yeah.
Nobody ever wants to play
That's
goalie.
true. That's true.
I was a goalie.
Yeah, no.
I did one game. It's a good story. I did one game, and it was like we played a school, I think, and we were just like a park team. My dad just made he started coaching, and like all the kids from like my elementary or whatever would just go and play. He would coach, and then I guess somebody got in contact with another coach. We played them, and like a girl scored on me like 3 times, dude.
Oh, that was it for you. I already know.
Yeah,
How
and
dare
I
she
got
score on you.
and not even like up close. It was
Like
like
a double legger.
like half like
Blast double. Bitch.
like halfway through the field, dude. Freaking launched it, and I freaking
Like David Beckham?
dude, I did. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
and that's my soccer career as a goalie.
Ended that day after the
Ended that
game.
day.
So what you're saying is
My
if
dad
I
just
submit
told
you
me-
once in the gym, you're
I
done.
subbed for the
If I
goalie
submit
in
you
indoor
one
once,
time
and
in
I
the
got hit
gym,
on the
you're
face
done.
like
That's
3
it.
times.
He's retired.
Especially when it's cold, man.
Oh,
Those
it's
hard hits,
stings,
dude. I
yeah.
remember getting hit on the leg with the ball. Right,
Yeah.
blocked it. Boom. I literally on my thigh turned red, and
Like
it
a
had like
welt?
the little
the
little shape of the ball,
The ball.
marked on my
That's
leg,
so
bro.
funny.
Yeah, it can be painful.
Yeah, what is it? The Pentagon?
Yeah, the pentagon. Is it octagon?
No,
Or
it's
is it-
I think it's a
hexagon.
Yeah,
Decagon?
hex. Yeah, you're right. So how long did you play goalie?
I played for a long time, man. For a few years, we ended up, like you guys were saying, right? It was a small team at first,
Right.
A whole bunch of low-income families getting together
Because they're
and-
literally hungry.
Yeah, because we're literally hungry.
We're about to go to a park with snacks and just give out food to people.
Right
And
now.
They
then
will
we'll
run at you.
them.
They will literally run at you. But yeah,
But not candy.
You're gonna look like Pancho Villa
Yeah.
giving all the kids candy.
It's like Brian Ortega, no? Right? He would like go to jiu-jitsu class because they fed him. Was it him?
No, that's Nate Diaz.
Was it Nate
Him
Diaz?
and his brother. So-
Ortega too.
Ortega
Oh, really?
too?
The
Yeah.
Gracie,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Him
was
and
like-
Gracie, they
he was
took him
literally-
in.
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
give him burrito. They'd buy him a burrito if they showed up to class.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like, I could go.
Well, that's-
and-
yeah.
He could have
That's
gone
crazy.
either way because he's in LA. He could have went the gangbang route or the training route.
Who?
Yeah.
So they took him under
Ortega?
Ortega.
Brian
yeah.
Ortega.
yeah.
He's good.
He's good.
So when athletes
That's a
say
good
like
motivator.
this sport saved my life, like they literally mean
yeah,
it,
yeah,
right?
they
They literally
literally-
saved
how
their
they ate,
life.
that damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Damn.
You put the idea of serving. What is that?
So, yeah. So coaching, man, is tough when it's just you.
I
Right?
understand.
Yeah.
I get it.
How so?
I used to coach kids in jiu-jitsu, and I'd be left alone
Yeah.
sometimes. It's rough. But I could
rough.
punish them by making them do burpees.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Pause-
the
I
problem
paused
is,
on purpose.
The problem is they have like a ton of energy, so it's like fun to them.
Yeah, it is.
I
Yeah.
helped her out like a couple times, and I was like, this is like
Yeah. Kids.
birth control.
Dude, I actually
I
don't
said
mind
that to you on a
coaching
leap the
like,
other
little
day.
kids. I actually don't mind coaching the little kids.
You have like 5 other coaches on the mat. It's different. You're like one of the. No offense, I'm not trying to like downgrade.
No,
your
no,
coaching.
I-
I realize that sounded really mean, but it's like
No, but even like
you have the leader
Yeah.
and then you have like 3 others because you guys are broken off.
For sure.
It's fun.
For sure.
But when you have to think of like what to teach them
right
and
okay.
like if they
Mhm.
can execute it, and then make sure the little girls in the corner aren't crying because somebody bullied them.
No,
You know what I
hilarious.
mean? Like
that could be tough.
it could be, but it's also fun.
So what makes you enjoy teaching little kids?
Seeing them learn.
These cute ass kids
Yeah.
on the mat learning.
Yeah, seeing them learn. I guess I got the temperament for it. Like I don't, unless it's my kids, I'll snap. at them.
Really?
I don't really snap too much.
He's just heel hooking in the
Why
sun.
A little pinch, like.
You're gonna be 4-2 forever.
Little bit, yeah. I'll flick their ear, dude, if they
Yeah.
don't listen.
Yeah.
Freddie.
Yeah,
That's
that
all
way
I
they
was telling
listen.
you. Little Nate,
Allegedly.
he's so cute. You can't do that to him.
Like Nady. Yeah, oh man, this last time he was crazy. Yeah.
There goes your temperament.
I like it. I'm good. I have all the other parents watching me, so I have to be good.
Yeah.
You
But
get,
Yeah.
you get enjoyment when they finally learn whatever you're trying to teach them.
yes, when you see it in game, man, the touching, the way you want them to play, and you see it in game, dude, it's amazing. But that could all be destroyed by losing at the end.
Yeah,
The worst thing is losing, man. If my team plays terrible, but we win, all right, we can go back to drawing board, right? See what we did wrong. But losing stings, man. It stings.
You know, Lex Friedman, he always asks a question. He says, "What do you, what is more motivating for you? The idea of winning or the thought of not wanting to lose?" So for me, like when I compete, I don't really care about winning, but I don't want to lose. Like that motivates me more. The idea of losing. What are you guys? Do you like more winning, or do you like the idea of not
It's
losing?
more of I get disappointed in myself if I knew I could have done better. That's where my downfall is, because for years I never won until I got my purple belt 2 years ago. Then I started finally winning.
It sounds like
The stress kind of finally like went away, and I just felt more comfortable going out there, and it reminded me of just training in the gym.
So
But when I get in my head too much and I let somebody like score or get a position and I know I could have pushed harder, that's what drives me nuts.
yeah. So losing is your motivator. Like not wanting to lose. It sounds like it's your motivator.
I guess it's more of like I could have done better. Like whether I win or I lose, it's just like even sometimes when I win, like if I do a shitty takedown, I can hear Marty in the background saying, "Don't do that," and I'm like, "I'm gonna do it again." Eventually, it might happen, but when you see it, I'm like, "Oh, it was hella sloppy. I could have done that so much better."
I think I just want to know where I'm at.
It just depends. That too.
Yeah, that's mostly me.
Yeah.
I think you'd like more winning. The idea of winning.
Everybody wants to
winning.
win.
Yeah,
you
everyone
want
wants
to
to
go
win,
in
yeah.
winning the gold medal
That's
and
the goal.
getting
No,
on the
that's
podium,
true. That's
you know?
true.
Like,
But what's like the motivator? What's more of a motivator?
Well, there was that tournament
The idea
where I
of
won
winning?
a lot.
testing
and
your
I
limits
didn't-
too,
I
seeing
didn't-
if you've
Right.
progressed or not, you know? Like, it's different when I train with you guys every day. This one's slowly getting better. You're the fucking same. You're scary with a smile on your face.
I love
So
it.
it's hard to tell, like, how far you've come until you go and compete.
Sometimes I'll tell her what I'm going to do to her.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Blast Double City, where?
Next time. Or I'll tell her I'm going to wrist lock her that day. Just be mean.
Yeah, for me it's winning, man. I want
like
to
to win?
win.
Oh, you
We
want
have to
to
win,
win.
man. But there's been games, bro. We're losing 2-0 first half. I give them a little pep talk. You know how those pep talks go, right? And it's like, if you guys want to play, then play. If you don't want to play, we'll leave right now, man. I'll call the bus if you guys don't want to play. They went out there, right? It was against Washington Union, and we ended up tying 2-2 at the end. Last minute, tied 2-2.
Yeah.
But that felt like a win, man.
Yeah.
That felt like, even though we tied, it felt like a win, and that matters. Just the feeling of winning, man.
The feeling of winning.
Even though you don't really win sometimes, it's great. Yeah. So
Sure.
winning is a huge thing.
You know what's crazy? Well, the first season I did indoor soccer, we lost every game, dude. Until the last game.
That was my basketball season.
Dude.
I feel you.
So the last
So
game,
hard.
we're down like 3 points, and we somehow last second tie it. And we're celebrating like we won the fucking
The
World
World
Cup.
We won the World Cup.
It's like
So
we
then
weren't
this
feeling
guy
undefeated and losing.
Some
You
guy,
won one.
Some
It
guy
matters.
tries to fight me after the match because I poked the ball at like from when he was running. I just poked the ball and it went through his legs, and my teammate last 3 seconds just fucking blasts it straight to the goalie and scores. And then the next season we fucking won like because each season's like 7-8 games. We won like the first 7 games. Like it's just like that
You guys
that
were
tie.
hot.
We
That
were like
motivation,
We were like
that
on a high, and then just like we just went to the next season with that high from the tie, and we just like slowly started getting better, and we started because indoor is different. Like it's a lot faster,
Yes.
a lot more physical. I think I've been hurt more playing indoor than anything
Interesting.
that I've ever done. Because they'll slam you into the wall. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
sounds fun.
confined space, so you can't extend a certain way. You can't move a certain way. You just get pushed. That's it.
We had a game where
So it's like hockey-ish?
Yeah.
almost
Almost.
with soccer, yeah.
Same
And then
concept.
like the rules are a little bit more looser, and then the ball is heavier because
Because
it's
it's
a
on
small. It's a small.
flat. There's no
Oh, you're
grass,
playing on
right?
turf.
Oh,
Turf.
okay.
Turf is always heavier.
Yeah. Sometimes they use a futsal ball too, right? Like the heavy one.
Yeah.
You played soccer in like high school?
Not
Yeah,
in
he's-
high school, man.
no?
I regret it. It was before high school where I played in Vegas. And I was telling you guys, we ended up doing pretty well by the end. By the end, it was like it was U14, so like 13, 12, 13, and we ended up going to state finals, man, with that team, with kids that got recruited from the streets, man. No academy playing, no nothing. We made it to state, but we lost, man. We lost. We lost in penalty shootout.
Oh
yeah, that was that close.
Dang,
And those are intense, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was sad.
Dang, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I see my soccer career ending. That's kind of where it ended off.
And those penalty shootouts are a mind game, huh?
Dude, that's all it is.
Did it hurt more because you were the goalie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like him against 5.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's one-on-one,
yeah.
one-on-ones.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but like he has to do it 5 times compared to everyone else who only has to
Dang,
shoot
so yeah,
once.
it is all up to you.
Yeah, it's like
I think one of our players
You lost
missed.
to the team? You lost to you?
No, one of our players missed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was
sucks.
it.
Dang.
Did you wait? Did you block? How many did you block?
I blocked one.
Oh,
I blocked one. It was close, but that last penalty, the dude,
The last one on the last
the
one.
last one, bro.
Too
One
much
of
pressure.
those. It's like one of those. You're like, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to Zinedine Zidane when I think in the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
He's just so good at penalties. He took a shot and hit the crossbar
Mhm.
and made it just bounce inside. That's how good he was.
Wow.
He did that purposely?
Yeah, he's that good.
Yeah. He hit the crossbar and it
just
barely went in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And he was celebrating. Everyone was like, "It's not a goal! It's not a goal!" He was just walking back
Yeah.
like
He knew
he knew it was in, bro. Yeah.
So he was so good. His nickname was the
Who's
Magician. The guy that headbutted the guy in the World Cup.
Yeah, the
That guy.
Italian guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know who that is?
You don't remember in the World Cup some dude got mad because he was like talking about his sister.
Yeah, he was talking
And
about his
The headbutt
family.
to the chest?
Yeah.
and he,
Okay,
hit
yeah,
him
right,
with his
that guy,
head.
yeah.
So that
That
guy, his nickname was the Magician, and he's just so good at like just everything, man. I think he's probably
passing, volleys, everything, bro. Everything.
Probably
That,
one of-
that tall guy? What's
yeah.
his
He's
name?
bald.
Zinedine Zidane.
I think I know. I think I know.
he's talking about Zlatan.
That's what I'm
Ibrahimovic.
thinking about.
That's my dog right there. He's got the dog in him, dude. I
Yeah.
love that guy. But Zinedine Zidane, I think it's probably top 3 players of all time. Because he had the longevity. He played at a high level the whole time. He won a World Cup. Like, he's up there, dude. Like, but I feel like people, because of that headbutt, nobody like talks about it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
And he's also successful as a coach. He's
Yeah.
coached at Real Madrid.
he won too. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's
Yeah.
sick. Last time I think like a ball came, he just like perfectly like just stopped it. Yeah, or he'll
Yeah.
volley it
That's
back.
kind of cool.
The dude is in a suit.
The most
Pre-
soccer I ever watched was this last World Cup, actually.
World Cup's fun.
Yeah, because I work at a really cool place, and it was on every
that's
TV.
right, yeah.
You know, the next one's here, right, in the United States.
Where?
Warriors, let's go.
It's gonna be all North America, so Canada, United States, and Mexico.
It looks like so much fun.
I just want to get wasted.
You can.
They're
We
saying
can
that this is
all
going to
go.
be the most expensive World Cup.
Of course, it's
ever.
here.
Yep.
Wait, what? How are they doing it? They're gonna have games like all in
Yeah, so
North
there's
America?
there's country hosts that host the
Okay.
World Cup.
Uh-huh.
This last one was in Qatar.
Uh-huh.
So in this one's going to be Canada, the USA,
Oh, so
and
they're
They're doing the whole
Mexico.
conference.
And so they're going to pick the best stadiums, I would assume,
Uh-huh.
with the biggest capacity, and host games there.
Host games.
Host games.
I
So
think
the
what
players
is
are
it?
gonna be traveling like the
Yeah.
like all
Well,
North
because
America.
different groups are in different places.
Yeah.
So they play with each other.
I don't know exactly how they'll do it. I would assume they'd put like Group A in this region, Group B in this region.
Right, something like that.
Dude, anybody has to play in the DACA, that's gonna suck.
Hmm. With Mexico playing at home.
Because they say like being there, if you're not used to the air, it's like smoking a pack of cigarettes.
Oh my, that's fun.
The smog is bad and the elevation.
Where?
The DACA,
Mexico City.
Yeah, it's like
Mexico-
the capital.
Capital.
Oh my.
Capital
district.
It's
Federal.
bad out there.
I know they said Levi's, I think, can be hosting some. I think Dallas, because that place is huge.
It's huge.
SoFi.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another one.
Where's SoFi?
LA.
LA.
The
Right?
Rams Stadium. I haven't
God,
been
LA
over
is
there.
just so congested to have a World Cup there. Are you kidding?
Dude,
It'd be fun,
dude, it
but
generates
it's
so
so
much money.
congested.
The men's World Cup generates so much money. I had to throw it out there.
Thank you for
You
get a billion
clarifying.
viewers.
Not like, we
The
didn't,
band.
not like we didn't all know already.
Yeah, they generate so much money.
No, none in the Save More
Yeah.
Center.
Oh, that
Everybody will get
Save More
shot at.
Center. Save More
Radcliffe Stadium. Oh, no, what's the baseball
I
park?
was trying to think of one.
Chancy Park?
No, that's the one at David.
Oh.
Owns,
Oh, that was David's Park?
He's
Yeah,
there
yeah.
right now,
He's right
posted,
there, yeah.
just watching,
Just sitting on the
waiting
bench.
with a
David's
40
Park.
ounce in his hand.
Yeah. It's David's Park now. I'm gonna get like a plaque and just go put it over there for him. But yeah, it's gonna be here, so that should be
That's fun.
interesting.
Yeah, it should be fun. Gotta start saving up now, man.
Yeah, I'm
Start
trying to
saving
go.
up now. It's gonna be expensive.
Oh, shit. I think my sister's gonna be living in San Francisco when that's happening. So
There you go. In 4 years.
nice.
Stay for a few days, watch a few games.
Yeah.
That's
At least
it.
want to watch either Mexico or the U.S. play,
For sure.
or Brazil.
Or a European
Brazil would be
team.
fun.
Yeah.
Actually, anybody. Even
Honestly.
even Japan.
Even
is-
Japan.
Dude, Japan in sports right now is killing it. They smoked everyone at the baseball thing, and in the World Cup, they're doing
They're
good
beating
too.
big teams, bro.
Mhm.
Spain. The underdogs were up this year, man.
Yeah, it's scary.
Interesting.
You started coaching the varsity team at McLean?
So
Freshman.
I'm a frosh coach,
We were
but
paying
the
No.
but the the varsity coach ended up inviting me. He was like, "Hey, you can join us," because I was telling him I want to learn, man. I've always told him like, whenever I get a chance, is it possible for me to go down there and just learn? He's like, "Yeah, man, come through playoffs and see how it is for us." And so that's kind of where I learned the idea of serving, man, because I wasn't really coaching soccer. It was more like getting the waters ready, taking the balls out. The coach would be like, "Hey, can you take this out there?" And me just doing things and getting no recognition, right? I wasn't even part of the pictures, none of that. And it's not that I wanted to, but that's where I learned, like, no, even if you're a coach, you're part of this organization, you're not always going to be recognized, right? And so I went to every single game, stayed like at the end. They were celebrating and I was putting like the bibs away, the balls away, all that stuff. And that's where I realized, man, like serving is like doing your best to help someone out without being recognized. And that can be hard to do because everyone wants to be recognized. Everyone wants to be on a pedestal, to have the title, to be in pictures, to be in the front page news of everything, right? But that's where I learned that serving is not always the easiest thing because of our egos at times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I was more like not really a coach. I wouldn't even say a coach, man.
Oh, you were
Just a water boy, bib boy, whatever it was.
The
And,
gopher.
and I was like, this is what it feels like to serve, man, to work and not be recognized. No one's telling you what to do, but you're doing it to help somebody else.
And there's parents that do that like every year,
Yep,
dude.
yep.
All the time.
They serve, man.
Dang. I know our friend of, our mutual friend, Tay, coaches every sport in his school because he's the only male there.
I think he's like
Second.
one of two or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, doesn't get paid much. He's like, somebody has to do it. I'm like, you're so fucking nice. Say no.
That's where we say our favorite line, fuck them kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's tough, man.
You did jiu-jitsu once, right? You were in there one day right before COVID.
Yeah.
That's
They're just, I walked in, they're like, beep, all right, you're good.
oh, that, yeah. You were
Oh,
taking
I
temps
forgot
during that
about
time.
that.
Yeah, that's right.
On a hot day, dude, my temperature would be
Right. I'm always scared about like,
And
this
so
is
I'd have to,
wrong,
like,
man. It's
add-
inaccurate.
Like,
Yeah.
press my face
That's just
down.
hot
I'm like,
outside.
hey, do it again, and I'd go down like 2 degrees. I'm like, see, we're fine.
With the stuffy nose?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Even if I'm a little sick, I try not to go.
Thank you, Fabian. We appreciate you.
Well, I just don't want to like sneeze on somebody.
No,
You know, like I'm a
No,
pug or
no
something.
sarcasm. That was real. Thank you. Some people still show up when they're sick.
I was out a whole week. I was out
Yeah,
that's like
it's
the
like-
longest
you took
I've been
time
out.
off.
Yeah, I know.
I took a whole week off. Like,
I think it's hard
been that
because
sick in a
like
while.
kids go to school with other kids and they get sick and then
Yeah.
they bring it home. That's
yeah, my kids are constantly sick.
Yeah, you know.
I know, those poor little boys.
But it gets their immune system up. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
they say.
yeah.
Yeah, so you ended up inviting me, and it was at the gym next to, it was on Blackstone,
Mm-hmm.
and Shields, that
Yeah.
area right there.
Dakota.
The nice area of town.
Yeah, the best area in town, right? And I went there just to try it out, right? You're like, just come try it out. Maybe you can get a membership. I was asking for pricing and everything, so I was kind of going with that mentality. I got there. And I saw everyone doing moves already. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if this is for me. I was practicing a few moves on him. They're like, grab me tight right here. And I'm like, I am, man. What do you mean? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm over here getting rolled on my back. And I'm like, what do you want me to do, man? I'm trying. So, mad respect to you. I don't know if you guys, all of you guys do. Yeah, mad respect to you guys, man.
It's humbling, huh?
Crazy sport. Yeah, crazy sport, man. Yeah. How did you guys get into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Oh, I was fat. So
That's what it is. That's just motivation.
Yeah.
He's a slim boy now.
We don't know how. I don't know you guys' story. How did you guys start?
I wanted to do it, but I was getting my sleeves done today.
But like, what was the first thought where you was like, I wanted to do jiu-jitsu?
I had done some of it at AKA.
Oh, okay.
I would go like.
But
once.
you did so from you did boxing too, right?
We did boxing and kickboxing,
Okay,
and then
that's right.
like once in a while, like if I didn't make it to the boxing class, the like no gi class was like right after, so I'd go and do that. And then my brother was the superior boxer. He's obviously,
really?
Yeah. My brother's
Nice.
He's really good at like counter punching and fucking me up. So but the grappling I was better at it. I liked it more. But I think they only had like 2 nights where it was like no gi, and then I was like, I don't want to buy a fucking gi. You know,
Right,
I was
yeah.
working
Yeah,
at, I was
look
working
at you now.
Yeah, I was working at fucking.
No.
I was working at fucking Chuck E. Cheese and going to
I
school.
forgot you worked there.
So like, you know, I wasn't. A fucking gi was like what, like $100 or something. I was like, I didn't want to spend
I
it.
know. Dude, when I started, showy roll gis were like $150. Now they're like $300.
That's a cheap gi.
And I was cheap back then. I get like freaking tatami gis for like $100.
Yeah.
I just have pass-me-downs from Fabian.
Hand me down.
From Fabian.
Yeah.
Good looking at.
One
Yeah,
day,
no problem.
one day we'll get you one for you,
What, a gi?
a brand new one.
The new ones look all nice and fitted. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Not faded.
It feels good. I feel good. I look good. I feel good.
And yours was the same thing too,
Except for
right?
the face.
Yeah, like
Kickboxing?
I started 7 years ago, and I was doing boxing first, and I got really bored with boxing after a few months because it's once you learn the basic technique, what else is there to do? I really wanted to do Muay Thai, but my boxing coach at the time, Sam, thank you for persuading me. He told me I would be better suited doing jiu-jitsu, and I'd never really I'd watch MMA, so I kind of knew some ground stuff just from watching it. I'm like, oh, that's what they do. He's like, go try it. He's like, I'll give you a gi to wear, see if you like it. Met my first coach, Marcelo, who I am so thankful he was my first coach and not my second as my first. He was great. He was fun. Took one class, and then here I am 7 years later on a podcast with people I met in the gym.
Mhm.
So that's
Awesome.
it. It's fun
Awesome
and
stuff.
annoying at the same time.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Oh well, actually, that was like 10 years ago when I went.
At
Oh, when you
AK?
would go.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
Wow.
And then 2020, I started getting really fat. Like, you know, I ate a lot. And then so I started working on my sleeves. Yeah, but I was going every 3 weeks. So if I got a tattoo done, I wouldn't be able to train for a week.
Yeah.
And you guys see me take time off to work on my leg. So it wasn't worth it to start there because I'd be missing like half the month.
How did you get started?
Mine was like, I did wrestling in high school, and then I got hella big. I was like, man, I don't want to go to the gym because I'm like extroverted, so I don't like going by myself. And I know if I go to like a regular gym, lift weights, like I have to rely on somebody.
Yeah.
And then I'll stop. So I was like, I need to do jiu-jitsu. I always wanted to try jiu-jitsu. And I randomly showed up at Thrive.
Yeah,
Just
that's where I
Thrive.
first met you. But
Yeah.
was it?
I knew Amber, but I didn't know she would
That's
run
how
it.
I met her. That's how I met you was through her. She's like, oh, this is my friend Fred. We used
Yeah.
to work together in and out. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. But then I never saw you again for like a while. And then I realized it's probably because that's when you had Zeke.
No, weren't you going to a later class?
I went for
That
3
was
months.
before.
I went for 3 months. Well, my first day of jiu-jitsu, we were doing like arm drags or something, and like I stepped back and I freaking like popped my knee out, like her knee popped out. I was like, damn, I gotta go back. I have to go back. Like I'm not gonna go out like that, you know. So like I stopped the day and I went back. Like if I went Monday, I went back Thursday. Went back. I did a month, and after a month, I tore my pec. I tore my pec, but I still kept going.
Really?
I still kept going another 2 months, and then the gym moved, and I was like, man, I want to go back to school, and so I decided to go back to school. So I went back to school. Like I bought a house like during that time,
Nice.
and I was like, damn, I got to 350 pounds. I was like, damn,
Damn, Freddie.
yeah. I was like, I got to do something. So that's when I decided to go back to jiu-jitsu.
Training.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
did
you
for 3
were
months.
so quiet when I first met you.
I didn't know nobody, dude.
I know.
I didn't like. I legit didn't know nobody. Like I literally went in like, it's weird to go into like a gym that, and especially like a sport that you don't know nothing about. You know, like you know nobody. You know nothing about the sport. Nobody knows who you are.
I think I got lucky where I started because everybody was so welcoming and really nice to me.
Yeah. No.
Because
See,
I didn't know anybody either.
Right,
But
and
they
I-
were all super like really friendly.
I was 350 pounds. Like who wanted to roll with me? Like you know, like I actually wanted to roll with me.
And it's crazy because you said you're an extrovert,
I'm extroverted.
right? But you went in there by yourself. You went there by yourself.
I went by myself, yeah.
and you kind of turned into an introvert then, right? In that
Yeah,
scenery, in the
yeah.
atmosphere.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I did. Yeah. You had to go outside your comfort
Yeah,
zone.
you had to.
Yeah.
So thinking about your whole experience, man, I'm still having trouble grasping the concept of motivation. Like, what is motivation? Does motivation even exist? What motivated you to stay in jiu-jitsu compared to having no motivation to go to the gym and staying in the gym for so long?
I don't think it's like one specific thing. I think I have like a major things. I think the major thing was wanting to live a long time for my kids. Because if you look around, like one of the thoughts that I always have is like, have you ever seen an old 350-pound person? Like you don't see people
No,
like
you
that.
don't.
You don't
We've
see
had this
big
discussion
people.
before, referring to somebody else that we all kind of know, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
get it.
don't see old big people, and so like my kids were actually a big motivator. Like before every kid, like I would lose weight, and then when they were born, I'd gain weight and lose weight again. So it's like that. It was kind of a seesaw, but you know, wanting to feel better in my clothes, wanting to feel better about myself, wanted to like move properly. Like I couldn't even move properly. Like even showering was starting to get difficult, like that bad. Yeah. So I was like, no, I have to do something. I didn't fit in the chairs at college, like in like
The auditorium chairs?
the auditorium chairs. Like I wouldn't fit. Like
The one with the
they
little
were
desk?
like, you know,
Don't want the little desk.
The one
yeah,
that pops
no,
up?
yeah. You like I'd have to sit in the front, like in the front of the where like the
Use your
people
thighs
with
as-
wheelchair people in the wheelchair sit, you know, like that. Like yeah, got
I
really
want to
big
give you
and
a hug,
sick.
but I'm not
Oh,
going to.
okay, I'm okay now.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Jiu-jitsu hugs.
yeah, jiu-jitsu. Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
Did you ever have trouble tying your shoe?
That was actually you like it's hard to like.
As long as he has a chair,
You're
right?
so-
You just put your foot on the top.
But see, that was my.
Like the same thing.
I
That was
tried
your
to
thing?
bend down to
Oh.
tie my shoe, and I lost
No,
my
that-
breath. And I was
Stop.
like, oh shit, I'm bad.
Yeah, but
Oh,
see,
no.
the thing that I did though, like
So I
the
started buying
second
slip-ons.
It's not funny. I'm sorry. That's why you got into Crocs.
No, that was because of him. You and
You're the Croc one?
He was like,
Yeah,
he's
I
like,
think I was the first one to get
he's like, you
Crocs.
need to get some Crocs, dude. He's like, they're so easy,
Mm, yeah.
comfortable. He's like, you put them in, was it sport mode so you can shift and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That's one thing that I would do is like force myself. So like you're not gonna like at first you're not gonna have motivation to go to the gym. Like there'd be times, you know, I'm literally in bed and I'm like, and I want to go to sleep. I'm like, no, I can't. Even though I don't want to go, I'd rather, you know, like,
Yeah.
I think everybody would rather be at home with
It's
their
a mind game.
with their family, right?
Yeah.
Like with your kids and your wife, spend like more time with them. Like everybody would want that, you know, be
Dogs.
comfortable, eat comfortable food, right? Like eat food, like that's like
Eat whatever you want.
eat whatever you
Yeah.
want. Everybody wants to do that,
Still
but
do
you it's doing things that you don't want to do, you know, that better yourself,
Yeah.
you know. So like I don't listen to myself, basically, you know. That's
have
my
to not listen
you
to
have to like
yourself.
you have to like
I think you have to
that's
turn
the
into a
key.
routine
yeah
because
yeah
motivation's not there every day.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah
So
Even-
then-
yeah, like even 3 months in, like you're not gonna want to go, but you just have to push yourself.
But
literally
once
have
you
to
get
push
there,
yourself.
don't you feel better? Like
Yeah,
like
after
the-
it's done.
Yeah.
And
Even-
it helps that it's so social too. Like you eventually make relationships on the mat
Yeah,
too, you know,
yeah.
which is
look,
nice.
look at us, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make so.
I fist bumped like
Jiu-jitsu
5
was
people
good.
as I'm walking under. Yeah. What's up? Yeah. You see them? Some of the parents they start to remember you and stuff like that. If I make it there early enough.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
Usually I'm like running off the mat and he's already explaining whatever drill we're gonna be warming up with or whatever.
Yeah.
But you started doing keto, right, too?
Uh,
Yeah.
So my whole dieting thing, I started dieting just by watching my calories, eating like 2,000 calorie deficit diet,
Nice.
and I did lose weight. But then I was just getting tired of like counting calories, man, like inputting everything. My wife, thankfully, she would help me like measure the patties, like everything, the raw chicken and everything.
It's really nice.
She was great with that.
Yeah, that's actually one of my reasons I'm able to see my wife. Like I'm able to do, because she helps out a lot. So shout out to my wife.
Yeah, shout out to our wives.
yeah, no, they're real.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like,
I'm all alone.
very instrumental wherever she is.
Yeah, and so I got tired of counting calories. Even if my wife was helping me, I kind of felt bad almost, right? Like she kept having to do that for me. So this guy right here, Fred, kind of motivated me to try keto. Because I was already losing weight. I can even show you guys, like I have records since the day I started till right now. It's been like 2-3 years almost. And I saw his transformation, and I'm like, well, let's try it out. And that's when I started trying keto, and I'm still trying to attempt to go back, but it's so hard
Carbs are
to
good,
maintain
man.
it.
Carbs are
bread is
maintaining
delicious.
that diet is so
man,
hard.
Today I took a bite out of a croissant.
You fucked up.
Carbs are so good. No, it's still good.
That's what he keeps saying. I eat 2 fries, but then like half of his kids' fries are gone. Like, stop lying to yourself, Brett.
I do take bites. Of
That's
carbs.
It's called the dad tax, right?
Yeah. No, I have that tax.
instead of throwing it away, right? It's cold. He's still eating it.
He's like, I worked and paid for this.
Yeah.
But you dropped 100 pounds?
Yeah, I ended up dropping 100 pounds total.
Awesome.
I'm big now, dude. I was way bigger than what I used to be. And like you said, man, my new motivation to now start trying again is my
That's right.
my future baby that's on the way,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
My wife is
yeah.
18 weeks pregnant.
Yeah,
Damn, congratulations.
That's right, yeah.
That's a new wave of motivation came.
Man, you don't see big people. You don't see big
I
old
know.
people, dude.
You don't see big people on planes. You don't see big people on.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Are you gonna wait? Are you gonna be like Fred and wait till the baby's born to know the gender?
Are you gonna?
Wait,
What?
You did that?
Yeah,
I- wait,
remember
oh,
Mateo?
Mateo?
They
Yeah, I
didn't know the gender
Oh,
till little homie.
Yeah,
popped
that's
out.
that. My wife
Oh, that's
wants to do that.
right.
Yeah,
Dude, my memory is
till
bad.
birth. Till birth.
so
Bro, I would have been like, I want to know what it is, so I know what shoes to buy it.
Gender
You're gonna wait. So you're gonna wait.
Yeah, we're waiting. So everything's
Yeah, we
like
don't believe
gender
in
neutral.
gender-neutral baby
Yeah,
clothes.
gender neutral.
No matter what, they're getting Power Ranger shoes.
Once I know, I'm gonna text everyone like, hey, like go start buying clothes like right now. Come bring me a whole bunch. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's my new motivation.
Yeah.
Good.
New motivation to start
Kids are
going
good.
again.
Good motivator.
Yeah, because I lost 100, but then gained like 20 something pounds.
Yeah.
So I got to restart, and I think I've lost like 6 pounds. So
We'll start. Yeah.
It's been like
Okay.
2-3 weeks. It's not I could do better, but
Yeah.
something's better than nothing
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit it hard this whole year. Like stay on track with keto. Like
It's hard when you keep getting invited to go eat in good places.
yeah, but yeah, even then I try to make I think I would say I've been pretty keto every single day.
You can make it work. There's no excuses. You can make it
You
work.
can
I
make
can
it
make it work.
Yeah.
It's not the best. It's not the ideal, but you
Yeah.
can make it work.
And you feel good, right? You were talking about like you did like keto strong for like a 2 weeks,
Yeah, and
right,
I
or
felt
whatever?
the symptoms, bro. With like 6 hours of
Like
sleep,
that.
usually I'm like,
The side effects.
Not the side
shut up,
effects,
guys.
the-
Like I don't want
Oh,
to teach
yeah, all
today.
those, right, all
You know what I
those-
mean?
all
But I
those
was
the
on
bad
it.
times.
Like they're like Corona. Like where did this energy come from? It's Tuesday. It's like I don't know. I feel good. Like, but it was because I was doing keto for like 2 weeks already, and like strict.
Right.
And I felt good. I felt good. Then I broke it like the next day. I had Kenji's. And they I had some teriyaki sauce.
Mm.
You know,
That
too much
motherfucker's delicious,
teriyaki.
though.
Yeah. And then the next day I felt, not the same.
Yeah.
So that's the bad
Because
thing
of the
about
sugar?
it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, it's that easy. That's the only bad thing. You can slip up and lose some.
I love
progress.
carbs though.
Like pan
Does it-
dulce in the morning, with your coffee.
Dude. Even like
Fries.
Sundays
For me, it's
after
fries.
church,
chips,
right?
fries.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
You
Sundays
go with
after
you go with
church?
your family, right?
yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, un café en la casa,"
Right,
right? Some
that's
coffee at home, and they bring a whole bunch of pan dulce, and everyone's all eating happily.
Right, dude.
And I'm like, "Damn, I can only drink coffee right now."
Yeah. I just bought some Quest cookies, like the Quest cookies, like the big one.
It's not the same, though,
I know,
man. When it's in front of you, it is not the same.
They're disgusting.
When
They're
it's
not
by
a
yourself,
fun
you're
thing to
dining
say,
by yourself, right? You're making your own food. You're eating whatever you want, right? And within your diet, it doesn't matter as much until you see someone else eating it in front of you, man. For me,
Just enjoying life.
just enjoying life. Like, I can be me, man. But then you gotta look at the future, man.
Yeah. One of the things that I noticed too, like growing up, my portion size are really big, like because that's the way my family did it, and I thought that was normal. You know, like the portion size that I would eat is normal, but then Shireen sends me pictures of hers. And it's like a little thing. I'm like, that's what regular people eat.
Yeah.
You know, and
That's
like,
true.
Yeah. My like, you know, one of my high school friends would be like, you know, like they do like your mom's portions are like really big, but that was normal. That was normal. You know,
it's not your fault because you didn't know. That's what you're growing up with.
But see, then
you know?
it's not your fault until you
Realize
have, you know,
it.
Until you know it,
you have to take
Own up
accountability.
to it, yeah.
You have to take accountability.
And then you eat like 14 tortillas with that plate.
Right, yeah, dude. Yeah.
And you still want more? Like, you still want
dude,
more?
chorizo's like
Oh
a
my
little bit
God.
of rice, a little bit of meat, and then like some veggies.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
One fourth of a tortilla, like just a little triangle,
Yeah.
bro.
That's why I get so excited to go out to eat at the end of the week in
Yeah,
the gym.
yeah.
I'm like, so what are we eating today?
No, man, I go to my mom's. God damn, like I just want to eat everything.
Because the food she makes is so good.
And it's like
And she likes me enough to now invite me.
Yeah.
Part of the family, guys. What's up?
she's not.
Extension.
No.
Friends.
So Miguel, we are at an hour, man. Goes by quick,
Nice.
like I told you. Any final words, man? Anything you wanna say to the people?
Last words would be just try your best in whatever you do. Don't always just think about yourself, but always about the future.
Right.
Who you will be with, who you want to be. That future matters. Stick to it.
That was nice.
Oh.
That was good.
Yeah.
And on that,
I'm not that motivating.
TBM out, guys. That was
Nice.
Thank
great.
you guys for listening.
Nice.
For
Thank
listening.
you.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
Thank you for
Appreciate
coming.
it.
I feel
she
bad
I
did
forgot
my-
your
saying
shirt.
that.
I forgot your shirt in the
Come
car.
on, man.
It's in the shirt.
I
It's
was
in the
already
car.
thinking, bro.